One. Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Vooskeen, aka Fatback Jackson. Ooh, with my co-host.
Jordan Lee, F it is just me,
And this is the Cookout Podcast.
the world's most secure podcast.
We got Big Dog Chucky Russell in the building with us as always.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Jordan bought a friend and a family
Hey,
member
everybody.
of the Cookout.
Hey.
We got Shantae on this thing with us. Ooh, these shorts might be too short.
Hoochie Daddy shorts. For
Daddy
real, your
shorts.
tip about to be showing through the bottom of them.
You got the calves though, so you good.
Yeah, we've been slipping on the gym, man, but you know how it go, man. Just take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? We get there when we get there when we get there.
So ain't no week, cause I just went yesterday.
I'm
So
allergic.
Well, me and my old lady.
Okay.
We've been saying we're gonna hit it 5 days a week, but life will hit you, and you know what I'm saying.
that's just
So-
life
As
as
long
an
as you
adult.
hit
Period.
something 5 days a week. Cardio is cardio, right, sis?
Oh yeah, we spoke about the pool. We still ain't got to bust it down yet. I put some extra chlorine in there just in case we was going, you know what I'm saying, do the nasty and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen. There's extra chlorine in there.
You know what I mean? That could be a gym tonight. Aqua
Water aerobics.
Right.
Get you one
That's all
noodle.
you need. You burn more having sex than going to the gym.
Right.
And it's enjoyable.
If you're doing it the right way.
Right. As y'all can see, the table is empty. Auntie has some things to do today, so she ain't blessed us today. So, I mean, hey, we got liquor.
I'm hungry. I'm about to
We
order
got
pizza.
liquor. What's going on with y'all?
Nothing much.
What's going on in the world?
Everything.
Everything.
Everything like what? Everything like what? What you want to speak on? What you speak on it? Speak
Drop
on it.
it.
Yeah, speak on it. I
Why
know-
niggas? No, I'm joking.
Go ahead then. We was listening. Why niggas what? Come on. Keep that
Why
energy.
don't y'all clean up after yourselves in the bathroom?
What?
Why do y'all
What
pee
you
on the
mean?
floor?
Why y'all pee
Who
on
pees on the floor? Kids.
Oh, this is
Of
starting off
course.
wrong.
Shit.
This is starting off wrong.
Why don't y'all wipe out the sink after y'all cut yourselves up?
The same
Line
reason.
yourselves
The same
up.
reason why y'all don't wipe glue off the sink when y'all putting them damn last strips on.
Same
We
reason.
don't
The
want
same
no
reason
clean
why.
and
Same
keep
reason why
bathroom.
pantyhose and shit hanging up in the shower.
Who wear pantyhose?
I mean, you know what I mean.
It's 2022.
Draws.
Where's pantyhose?
Draws hanging
You
in
got
the
another
draws.
situation going
Draws.
on.
Okay.
Draws.
Pantyhose?
Draws hanging in the shower when you
You
trying
in
to
a
take a
relationship
shower.
with Sister OD?
Right.
Tampons in the trash can.
Yeah.
Blood,
Don't
that
hide
blood
it. Don't try to put the
blood.
shit. Don't try to put the shit in the bottom of the trash can. It be right on
Right.
top.
We starting off feisty, huh?
Right, no, that was just some personal shit.
I was gonna say we can go back and forth on that all day.
Clean up after yourselves, grown people.
That goes both ways.
But whoever is doing the majority of the cleaning in the bathroom, it's like I tell my kids, I don't gotta rinse my motherfucking plates off because I'm the one washing the dishes. I'm the one loading the dishwasher. You gotta do that because you don't do those things. If you're not the one cleaning the bathroom, then yes, you need to make whoever's job it is to clean the bathroom as easy as possible.
Won't you you got older kids that should know how to do that. You should make them clean
You
that
gotta just
bathroom.
set the
You gotta,
standard and
you
clean
gotta
up after
hold his,
yourself.
hold
We're
his
talking
little,
about grown adults.
hold
in
his
the
little
house.
will.
13.
He can clean the bathroom.
He cleans his own bathroom. I'm talking about the grown adults in the house. If you're not the one cleaning that room, if that's, you know what I mean, if that's not your thing, then you clean up after
So you basically
yourself.
talking about your mate now.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm doing what you do. You talking about your mate.
Next.
Only grown up in the
Next.
house
We
is
done
you and
called
him.
his little
So it's
girlfriend sister
obviously
over
it's
there,
not
and
you.
now he mad.
You talking about your mate, so obviously it's not you. Yeah, airing you out now. Yeah.
Ooh.
I had my Jordan Lee moment. I had my Jordan Lee moment.
Run across your neck. See if you
Yeah,
don't
sure.
get flat.
My Jordan Lee moment.
But for real, what we talking about today?
My mind's
What
telling me
everybody
no.
Kale's getting them 30.
Ooh.
How you feel about that?
He got more time than them trapped in the closets put together.
But he was doing it for like what, 25 years?
Man, they get that boy
You
that
should
30
get 30.
piece.
He
McNugget.
did though.
They're making an example out of him.
Yeah.
First off, we can't get mad. Not saying we can't get mad. We can get furious. We can go on. But we live in America, so we know he's gonna give time versus all the white men who were doing it. The Tiger Blood, you know what I'm saying?
Jeffrey Epstein.
The Epstein, right? Like we already knew that they were gonna get
What was
off.
that? What did that one woman only got? What, 20 years, and she was trafficking women.
Who?
What was her name?
Karen,
Oh, I know
she
you're talking
Karen?
about.
Yeah,
A white woman?
that white woman.
A white woman?
Yeah, she only got 20.
A
And she
white
was
woman?
She was convicted trafficking.
You
women.
said white though.
A white woman in
A
America?
white woman, a Karen.
Hey, I'm just saying.
So you know, we knew his sentence was gonna be heavy, but I'm not one of those ones.
And he a
that are
public
like,
figure
He
on
had
top
3
of that.
strikes
So,
though.
yeah.
He had 3
Yeah.
strikes though. I mean, he got away with 2 strikes, but then the
deserves
third one,
all
you know
them
what I mean? That's
years.
all on him. Like you got to think he got away with the Aaliyah situation. Then he got away with that first sex tape situation. After
Yeah.
that, he should have just sat back and been cool. You know what I mean?
Well, he thought he was Teflon Don at that point. You didn't give me the first 2 times, so you
He
know.
done gave a step in the name of love. Ignition. He didn't think he was. And he thought he was untouchable.
Good songs.
Because he was making good ass music.
Giving hits.
He making good ass music. Like, man, I'm the king of this R&B. Like, that's going
And
over.
which he still is, but now he's
Yeah.
doing it behind
So yeah,
bars.
okay. I got a question about y'all about that. Where do R. Kelly's legacy look like now? In y'all's situation.
I'm still separating the music.
As a person,
Well,
he look like he's trash,
Yeah.
but I would still play his music because that's what I grew up on.
that's what
I
I want to know.
just-
Like,
I
will y'all
just-
still play his
I would
music?
still play
I
his
try
music.
not to play his music.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Even my significant other is a fan, so he plays it. But I'm just like one of those, like, I can't help but hear his music and think of his crimes type shit.
But you can't like have like a summer cookout and do like line dancing and stuff without throwing a
sit
couple of
back,
his joints in.
Ask my family.
That's
I
a-
sit back and look at them. I stare them all in their face. Like,
That's
how
a-
dare you be out there? How dare you do the slide? How dare you shuffle to this?
That's a
song?
big
You know,
catalog
I
to
mean,
get
that's-
to
that's
erase.
his music.
That's a big catalog to erase.
That's embedded in us from what the '90s till.
I think I just
And
try.
then-
I just try to be.
and then
that
not
one,
just-
you know what I'm saying, steady and steadfast.
Not just him, but also the songs that he wrote and produced.
right.
Yeah, that's the hard part. You know, Life is
You
one of
don't
my
know what he
favorite movies.
produced.
Yeah.
And he wrote all them
Life.
songs.
Yeah, wrote,
You know
produced,
what I'm saying?
all
But
of
I-
Did y'all know he wrote "Fortunate" by Maxwell?
Yes.
Right.
I just feel like, for me as a black woman,
You can never
who
completely boycott
can
R. Kelly.
vague,
You don't know what
very,
he's
very
touched.
fondly and clearly remember my years of dating older men. You know what I mean? Like, we all had R. Kellys. You know?
I did not have R. Kelly now.
I just mean, I was 16 and my boyfriend was over 20.
Over 20.
So
by
he
how
was
much?
he was a bus stop.
22?
He would pull down on you at the bus
Right,
stop.
the bus stop.
The bus stop pull
I didn't
pull
have
down
that
people.
experience.
I just know, I know me and I know other girls who
I
dated
mean, I
older
like older.
guys.
I've dated older
Yeah,
dude
we
when I
looked
was
older.
legal. I was
You know what I mean?
21.
So we
He was
dated
older than me.
older guys, and it wasn't until I became a grown adult that I was like, fucking pedos out
Right.
here. Like, what
Was
were
he-
you
was he-
doing?
was
Like,
he-
you
was
had
he-
nothing. Like,
was
are you
he-
a little slow? Like,
was he-
why are you that old messing with little kids?
Was he whining and dining you though?
He was.
Or was he take you to McDonald's?
No, I mean, we went out. You know,
16.
but you young. You just think of.
He gonna buy you a pair of
got
crispy
fresh
A1s.
kicks, right? You had fresh kicks and your nails was
Yeah,
done,
like when you girl,
and
yeah.
your braids was done, and you didn't think about like the trauma that it inflicted.
Yeah, with a girl
Until
that
you
young,
got
they really
older,
don't
yeah.
know too much yet. You know what I mean? So little shit impressed them.
Right.
Like, oh, this nigga got a car.
The problem is with grown ass
You know what I'm
girls
saying?
now that's still fucking for bags and shoes and hair. Like you supposed to have notes. And
Right.
things.
They have bodies
At
like
this
they're
point.
25 years old at 14 now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Something in the water.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue because speaking of McDonald's,
Mickey
speaking of
D's.
McDonald's, what y'all think about the whole situation about
Man.
the girl getting mad? I'm pretty sure everybody know it. It's went all around the world.
Yes,
They said that it wasn't actually real. That girl does TikToks and stuff like that. But those situations do happen to where girls feel like, you've been with me, and then just because we break up, you know what I mean, you don't have to treat the son that you had by me any different than you was treating other kids while we were together. So we got to peel back all the layers on this.
All of 'em.
We got to peel back all of them.
All of them.
Right.
So I'm gonna start off by saying, if the guy was doing stuff for the kids while they were together, and then you break up, and then you wanna just only get your kids something, that's fine. But every time you just pop up, just bringing your kid, McDonald's, without her even asking, just bringing your kid McDonald's, and you ain't bringing the kids nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that's cool. Me and my nature, I wouldn't want to have the son to where I'm just always bringing him something, especially if I had a relationship with them kids at one point in time also too.
Yeah.
Now them kids might not get as much as my son. My son might get the Happy Meal with the toy. They might get the McDoubles with the fry. You know what I'm saying? They might not get the toy.
While you're in the home?
No, if I'm out the home, because obviously in that video the man was out the home, so I'm kind of starting with that. But sometimes, I might just want to surprise my son. Like I'm pulling up on my son, Daddy got you a Happy Meal, and I wasn't, at that day I didn't bring other kids nothing, but me bringing my kids something like weekly, every other week, you know what I'm saying? Well, bringing them lunch. I would show some love to the other kids too, if I had a relationship with those kids.
But it's still not required of you to do
what
that
I'm
every
saying.
single
not
time.
definitely,
Like,
not definitely.
nobody's obligated to do
Yeah, you really ain't got to. Because I ain't gonna say I would. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't. You know what I mean?
And who's to say that Daddy got it to be doing it for
exactly
10 other kids that ain't his? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's like nobody's obligated.
Right.
Sometimes I'll just only, and they mine, all 4 of them mine, and me and my daughter, or me and one son might only get a certain thing because we out together.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we the ones out ripping and running. I'm not necessarily thinking, I got this for her, so I gotta get it for all of them. Like, no, that's not how life works. As long as they all fed, it don't matter where the food coming from.
Yeah.
And so a parent that's not even biologically related or responsible for them kids gotta feel obligated to do.
But me personally though, as a man though, I would probably call my baby mama first, give her a heads up, and tell them like, hey, I want to take my son out to get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Do it like that. At least separate it. You know what I mean? Instead of just popping up, boom, you got food for him, and then
putting it in their face.
Yeah, in their face. You know what I mean? I'd rather do it that way. Like,
now what would you do, Chuck, if you call? Let's just say if you call and you like, hey, I want to bring my son lunch today. I'm bringing it. You know what I'm saying? And she just automatically just obligates you to be like, well, are you bringing my other kids something too? What do you say to that?
Like I said, it just depends on the situation. Like how bad was the breakup? Was the breakup toxic? Was it this? You know what I mean? Was it that?
But that already got because you still might have had a relationship with the kids though.
But you still got to have the kids and all that. But like, you ain't got to come at me like that though. You know what I'm saying? But I probably, knowing me personally, I might have already had something for the kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't got to throw it in my face because if y'all know me as a person, I'm generous.
I think it's
It's toxic.
Yeah.
Right. I think with that situation, even though that really wasn't that girl's situation, but there are situations like that.
Right.
I think communication is the thing. I think the girl should have,
said.
if you want something for the other kids, let it be known. Hey, I don't have my stamps. Hey, my money running low. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want him sitting here eating this fat old Happy Meal and other kids is in here eating packs of noodles. You know what I'm saying?
Open up. Just come get him, take him to the park, let him eat his food, and then bring him back.
It's communication, man.
Communication.
When you dealing with I tell my young boys all the time, you want to have communication with your baby mother. And if you don't have communication with them, try to find somebody that's close to you to have communication with.
Not just
the
communication,
baby mom.
healthy communication.
Yeah.
And
not
just that too.
Because a lot of times, before you go there, Chucky, a lot of times me being a father, a lot of people will be like, you know what I'm saying, I think you a good father, and you know what I'm saying, this and that. But a lot of times I had to make sure my mom had a good communication with her, because it was times where I'm like, I don't want to really necessarily deal with this, but I want to be in my son's life, be around my son. So I do it cordially to an extent, but a lot of the times I'll be like, I communicate with my mother, and then my mother will communicate with her, and then we just do it like that. You got to go through, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to go through those measures, you know what I'm saying, to be in your kid's life and to be the best you can be. You know what I mean?
But what about the other parents that are co-parenting those new kids, like the step parents or the new boyfriend or
the new girlfriend
or living significant other? Like, when is it possible to have healthy communication with them so that the kids can, you know what I mean, grow and thrive in a healthy situation. I don't like to call them like, you know what I mean? It's just a multi-parent household. Like, if there's other adults in the picture, why can't communication be copacetic?
I
feel like it needs to be like that.
Definitely needs.
I don't like that. I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know if I'm taking out of context of what you're saying,
Go ahead.
but one thing I do not like, and I think it's so corny, and people probably gonna fry me for this. I think that you need to be cordial, but I think those new parents say if I'm
Like, we're all with one happy
like
family.
yeah, all that one happy family,
Nah.
that shit looks so corny to me.
Yeah.
Hell, why?
It looks so
I feel like,
corny.
though, you need to be
It do.
cordial
It looks so
for the
corny.
kids, but not mom,
Hanging
dad,
out.
stepmom, all
Yeah,
t-shirts,
all
one
that
big happy
shit.
family, because
Yeah.
you're not one big happy family. You
But
put
what
on
if you
a
really
front at
are?
that
What if
point.
you're really not putting on a front?
But if you are, then kudos to you. But 9 times out of
No.
10,
Like,
that
I
mama
got-
got resentment for that stepmom in
Like,
the back
my
of her head
cousin-
somewhere
my
because she
cousin-
now with the dad
Yeah.
or something like
But
that.
what if not though? Like I swear to goodness, people could tell me I'm lying right now. If my ex got a woman
Mhm.
that was crazy about my kids, that was gonna help him be a better dad, you know what I'm saying? Help him contribute. I would be best friends with that bitch. Like sis.
You
yes.
would though with the typical woman.
All right, we going out.
The typical woman who had a bad breakup with that guy, he now has
Even
a good,
if
he
the
now has a
bad breakup
girlfriend.
is good, because then you're talking about the woman, her character, her level of
But
maturity.
a lot of women cannot
But-
disconnect the emotions that they have from a previous
Yeah.
relationship with the kids. So
Sometimes-
at this point, it's not about
I just
me
think it
having a
should be
cordial
about the
relationship.
kids.
But you can't disconnect that.
It should be about the kids.
It should be,
I
but
feel
you
like
can't
if there's
disconnect your
any
emotions.
animosity,
Right.
and people can get mad at me if they want to, but if there's any animosity, any hostility, any tension, you
It's because
still
of the
got
previous-
feelings. You
Exactly.
still got
That's why you
feelings.
can't have a healthy
Period.
relationship.
I don't
You just need to
care.
be
Nigga
cordial.
beat my ass.
You have to
You
be
just need to be
cordial.
Throw me out.
That's it.
You
I
need to
don't
be cordial
love him anymore.
and
I
a
can
level of
love his
respect,
new
and that's
woman.
it.
We can all get along. You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. I can hate his guts.
But kudos to
I
you, sis,
could
for being a bigger
love
person, though.
the situation.
And
But no, I feel
me
you.
as
I feel
me
you.
as a man, I know how men think. So niggas really be sitting back thinking that's cool. Like, yeah, my new girl and my baby mama, they hanging together, and it make them feel big dog pimpish. But I think that looks so corny.
Well,
It looks so we not about to
wouldn't say
we not
corny.
about to be at the
Think that they the pimp and look at all.
we
my-
not
I
about to
would-
be
look
at we
my
not about to be
harem.
at the basketball games, and I'm sitting there with my new girl, you sitting there with your new guy, and we all sitting there. No,
Kiki
no,
chopping
yeah,
it up.
no, we be
Yeah.
cordial. Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? What's going on?
Right.
You sit right there.
And we
I
move
sit
it
over
on
here.
down to- I feel you.
So why?
Yeah.
Why though? Why? Be
This is
real.
just
Why?
how it is, man.
Because why?
It's the way it's set up, man.
Because you mad? Because you angry?
No, I'm not mad and angry. It's
ain't mad.
just
It's his peace to me.
yeah.
But why can't we all be together?
We could, in your happy world, we could.
Like, why
but I
can't
agree
we
with
all
him.
speak? Because I just want to know why. I just want to know why. What would be the reason why we couldn't all sit together and support and
Because it's a whole
celebrate
bunch
the
of space.
child?
It's a whole bunch of space in the gym.
And it makes stuff awkward on
It's a
top
whole
of
bunch
it.
of
It's a
space
whole
in
lot
the
of
gym.
space.
Awkward.
It's awkward
What's
to me.
awkward? You think you gonna have a conversation like, "Oh, dog, you know when she hit that one?"
That's
note,
not your
you know
bestie,
you hitting
it's
the
not
right
your
spot."
best
Like, you're
friend.
not talking
Nah.
about stuff
That's not
like
your
that.
bestie,
Like,
not your
just-
best
like,
friend. Y'all
just-
weren't
just-
friends
just
previous
think
to
about
that.
it,
So
though.
what
Like,
you
I
gonna
just-
talk
would
about
love
with
to
her
be able to
about?
be
Think about
like,
it, though.
girl, because you know when that one, you know that.
That's you and your
That's you.
personality.
Just
She's gonna
think
be
about it, though.
awkward like,
You know
yes,
when he bend you
Jordan.
over from the back and you got
Yes, Jordan. No.
Just think about
Like,
it
that
though,
would be
boo.
fun
Like,
conversation.
you like we didn't know each other, and you got with my ex, and that was my baby mama or something like that. Like, just think like, oh yeah, I'm coming over. Yeah, me and Boo, we about to go to the basketball game together, and what?
No.
That is nobody is
No.
saying y'all are best friends.
No.
I
But I'm
love
not
it
gonna
when
portray
I
like
see,
I'm your best friend, and
I
I'm
love
not.
it when I see blended families taking trips together and
Taking trips together, sis.
celebrating
Nah,
things
hell no.
together.
No.
because-
Celebrating,
Hell
yes,
no.
because you have
for
that
the
rapport as
kids.
co-parents.
Yes, it's for
But that's
the
not your
kids.
friend like that,
Not
though.
no
You're
taking no
co-parenting.
vacations,
But
though,
I
no.
know
You're
girls,
making it
I
peaceful
don't
for
have
the
a situation
kids.
like that, but I know girls who are cool because they got kids.
No, they
by
and
the
they
same
need to be
dude.
they can be
so
cordial.
then they go out together with their kids, make sure the siblings have a
So they go out
relationship
without the
and a
kids.
bond.
Without the kids being present, they're all out kiki and kicking it together.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
At
No,
the bar,
ma'am.
just
I
having-
do
at the
know
bar,
a
just having
situation
drinks.
like that. I do. She can't make it tonight.
Okay.
But I
But
do.
no.
I'm just saying what I think. We all.
It sounds
But I-
nice
I-
in your
it-
world,
it
though.
makes-
It does sound like a
nice.
perfect
Because-
world.
Wow.
Both girls don't want the dude. I think it's a problem when
That's what I said.
Yeah, I think it's a problem
There's
when the
always
ex
emotions.
still wants the daddy. You
Not
know,
even
but
one.
if
You might
there's
have resentment because he with somebody and she's doing better and you done leveled, like he done leveled up.
Yeah.
And you always feel some way in the back
Right,
of your
like,
head.
why he ain't
like,
do that shit with
he
me?
With her and
You know
with
what I'm
this, she
saying?
ain't
Or
got
why she
nothing
didn't
on
do that
me,
shit
and
with me
blah,
when
blah,
she was
blah.
with me?
Exactly.
Or you know
that's
what I mean?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Then it becomes then that person has to take ownership for their level of maturity. Like right now, my ex wasn't necessarily, you know what I mean, the best.
Mm-hmm.
But if he got with a woman and he was doing X, Y, Z and taking yes,
But that's you. That's not
yes.
a typical situation.
So you would be cool with all that? Like you wouldn't be like, nah, bro. He got to make up some time and all that. Like
yes, come get your kids. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so
I
you would be cool
definitely-
chopping up with her and going out and getting drinks. Like, oh, let's talk about Will. Let's do
Oh, well, we wouldn't need to talk about him.
and then she said names. Ooh, she said names.
Dropping names.
Sorry.
Shout them out, Tay.
Sorry.
Shout them out.
Sorry.
But no,
Lord.
I'm not saying the conversation would need to be centered around that other parent. But I'm saying, yeah, in my new relationship, I've offered to go out to the lunch with the mom, with the mother of his son multiple times. Just because I feel like as an adult, if my kids were about to be around somebody, you know what I mean? I would just want to get to know them as a person. Just so I can.
But
you know what I mean?
I think that's kind of like a simple conversation. Like y'all can conversate.
Yeah.
Maybe talk at a birthday party somewhere y'all
But if
have
there's
to
ever-
somewhere
but if
y'all
there's
have
no
to be together.
opportunity, There's no opportunity.
But
for
I feel
that.
like the
Well,
conversation.
it ain't gonna be no opportunity y'all going out to eat together.
I'm saying,
So you
why
might as well
not?
forget that.
Well, I mean, obviously.
She don't want to go eat with you.
I feel like the conversation needs to be had when y'all's relationship
But
is
I feel like
serious
that kind
enough.
of attitude is silly. Like if my ex's new girlfriend was like, you know, the kids are coming out for the summer, I just want to sit down and I want you to get to know me.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
That's cool.
That should
That's
happen
fine.
anyway.
That's fine.
That's a cordial relationship.
But hanging out,
But y'all are not
But I'm just
besties.
saying, in my situation, she doesn't even want to go to lunch. She doesn't want to get to know me, even though I'm gonna be around her son. And to me, I feel like
That's
as a
my
mom,
situation too. Yeah.
as a mom, I would want to sit down at least once with
And
the
that's
person who's
right.
gonna be around
Right,
my
yeah,
kids.
And I tried that.
And just to get to
It
know
didn't
them, you know, put
backfire.
a face with the name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because I want you to be comfortable knowing that your
Yeah.
kids
FaceTime,
are
yeah.
in the best care while I got them.
I'm gonna give you a FaceTime interview, and that's all we need to do, and that's that.
That's it.
That's it.
No.
See, I just want to sit down and be able to break bread
Because you can put on a front, like you can be like, "Oh, I'm this type of way," and just
But your kids are
smile
going
in
to
her
report back
face.
to you how they're
Right.
being treated.
right. Like kids are gonna run back.
They're going to run that back regardless. Kids can't
Kids are snitches.
tell lies like that. They're going to dry snitch not even know they're doing
And
it.
not unless you're one of the parents who interrogate. Like as soon
Yeah.
as they come in, put the flashlight in their face and
So what did y'all do
play
with that?
21 questions, right? Which is stupid and
Yeah.
silly. But I don't know. I just feel like when you are dealing with situations where there's kids involved, every adult in the picture should be on the same page.
And then you gotta think it's still levels to it
Everybody
too.
should be
Because we ain't even got to the what's the name of aspect of it.
What?
What's that?
Priorities?
No, not even that. If that other person that your ex is with like got more money and stuff, and then you go over there and then they living like big dogs.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Like,
You feel like he leveled up.
Right,
This
right,
is
right,
gonna feel
right.
some
You know
type
what
of
I'm
way
saying?
now.
Like they ain't even
Like,
brought
oh, well,
that
you think
up
she
for
better
real.
than me? You think da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like,
That's
A
not
woman
even-
is gonna feel
She
some
gonna feel
type
some
of
type of
way,
way.
regardless.
And
We
that's
all
another
human.
Part, that's another part I wanted to talk
That's
about.
another
Like
level.
when you have these celebrities and artists who separate and then have to pay wild amounts of money in child support because the mom feels like we have this lifestyle
This
we
one
need to
accustomed
maintain.
to now. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we always see celebrities and, you know, athletes and artists, musicians who are paying stupid amounts of money to baby mamas that they've met in the strip club. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going off on, whatever the sis was doing she was doing.
Right.
But now she feels entitled to the millions that you're making
Because she's been exposed to it.
that's the lifestyle we've been living.
Right.
And this is the lifestyle we need to maintain for our child. And I personally feel like baby might have to bounce back between mansion and projects. You know what I mean? Like if we're co-parenting 50-50, I don't necessarily need to make sure you're in a mansion because when he's with me, he's in a mansion.
For sure. But that's the whole
But
point to her having a baby
Right,
by him.
but then why don't more men ask for full custody?
Because they don't want the responsibility.
And they want the control. I feel like they want the control. If I'm paying for your house or your condo for you or my baby, and we see it all the time, you better not have another man in my house.
Yeah.
Because he paying the rent and paying the bills.
Somebody said
I
that.
know a lot of
Who
girls.
said that? Somebody said that. Like, I'm not about to pay for no house and let another man stay in it. I can't remember. It was some celebrity said that.
I know girls to this day got baby daddies.
That's running it.
That's
without
running
being there.
it. And they ain't got no boyfriend. They ain't got no man. Because they baby daddy still taking full care.
Right.
And that's who we need to have on the couch tonight.
That's what
I calling them out.
And that's another thing I don't like. Me and my shorty talk about that all the time. You ain't got. I just don't. And this is for my ladies out there. And I think I said this before on the podcast. If you was with a man for all these years, and he doing him, like not even like dude don't even gotta be out running the streets, but he go find him something new, and you sitting around here sad, moping, and you don't want to go get that punani up, shame on you. You can't just be saving that coochie just for that one man. Let alone if he is out there running the streets, bro.
But it's also a thing
I respect
called soul ties, and you don't want anybody else but that person.
You better
listen
write
here,
that
man.
on a piece of paper and burn that bitch like the.
Listen here. I'm gonna tell y'all this story. And this was in our hometown. I'm not gonna say no names, Jordan. I'm not shouting them out. But it's this girl. Her man be all over the city, man. He do him to the fullest.
I think I know you're talking about already. Go ahead.
No, you ain't. You probably don't know this part because we got a couple of them. But this is one scenario.
What's his initial?
It's and we had a big party down here.
Okay.
Some guys come from out of town. You know, we have people come from Cincinnati and Dayton. We right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? No homo, but a guy try to come up and just even speak to her. Dude look like he bout his shit. You know what I'm saying? You know me. You know I'm a fly guy, so I know when the guy's fly. You know what I'm saying? Dude look like he brush his teeth, brush his hair. You know what I'm saying? He pull up on Shorty and he say something so smooth. Something so smooth that when I was in the streets, I wish I would have thought of. It was so smooth. And it was simple though. He said, I come to Middletown all the time. I come here all the time. And he was like, I always see concrete. I never knew I was gonna run into a rose. Oh my God. I said, that boy's smooth.
He hit it with the 1996 line.
And mind you,
you took that from
I
Pop.
know a guy that's running around running the streets.
Right.
The nigga look crazy. Like just his features. His features. He's
her dude.
Yes, he's a funny looking guy, bro. And she look at homeboy like,
Why you make this sound
She missed out on the best thing she could have ever had.
and walk over to the corner.
But
she seen me watching the whole thing though. What you say?
What's the line gonna do? What's it supposed to do?
Well, I'm just saying she still could have gave him a conversation. Yo man out here, I think her dude came in there with another girl that same night.
Oh.
You could at least gave him the conversation.
Doing her thing, you just don't know she doing
So
her
the moral of the story is, if your man out here running around, go get that coochie up.
No.
Quit playing. Yes.
No,
just the one person. You ain't gotta be doing it all crazy. But just go just one time because two wrongs make yes. Two wrongs make it right, bro.
I said the same thing. I swear we talk
You will
about
see.
this.
You will see
because
how a
somebody
man
else is
react
running out.
after they know that they coochie gave up.
Okay,
to
so
another
at that
man.
point, what's the point of being together? Y'all both then stepped out on each other. What's the point of that?
Not necessarily.
It's a lesson learned.
Because it was a lesson. She had to teach
Because
him a
I mean,
lesson.
I know it's different.
And what
I
if
mean,
she
I know
actually
it's the
get
same
hurt
thing.
after that?
I know it's the same thing.
You know he gonna put hands on
I know it's the same thing. We both cheating.
Only if dude really cares.
I know it's the same thing. We both cheating. But
he cares
but from
'cause
a
he still
man's
cares.
perspective, when they find out they girl cheating, it hurt. It hurt bad.
So they just cheat.
It hurt bad. Like you just stare there.
Y'all can't bounce back from
You just be sitting there just
They
staring
can't.
at her,
That's
just
what
thinking
I'm
like,
Y'all can dish it, but y'all
man, you was
cannot
with
take
that. You was
it.
with that
In the
nigga.
fucking world.
You know what I'm saying? It hurt.
Their mouth, only if they care.
Like make us sick to our stomach. We'll throw up.
Yeah, but
Only
We'll
if
throw
you
up.
care. She right.
Only
We'll
if
throw
you
up.
care.
Only if you care.
Only if you
Yeah,
care.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like You never,
gonna
if
take
you're not,
a certain
basically the
dude
moral of the
to
story
get
is if you ain't
enough.
giving up the coochie, you won't know if a man care or not.
Yes, it do. Fall in love. Fall in love.
You don't know if a
God.
man care.
And
Like,
leave and
yeah.
don't come back. That's how you show.
Period.
Fuck all that.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
sting
true
worse.
too.
They out here
That's
doing
two
their
things.
thing.
That's another
Silence
thing.
is
That's
gonna kill
another
you
thing. That's
worse.
another thing. That's another thing though. Like not only giving up the coochie, but if you actually leave that man and stay on it, like never mess with him again, and then fall in love with another man, that's another thing that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, okay, so say you do step out on your dude, you do give up the coochie, you supposed to go home. Oh, that's why I slept with da-da-da. How else he gonna know?
Right.
How you supposed to know? You supposed to tell? You gonna tell you this and something too? No, you're not.
Sometimes y'all just need to feel good about y'all.
Oh my goodness.
We do. But
Like,
sometimes
okay,
it
you got
feels
yours
good.
off. Little do you
It
know,
feels
nigga.
good
Little
not
do
to
you
go
know, nigga.
and just give your body up because he
Exactly.
giving his body up.
That's-
It
it's
feels
different.
Good. Just be
You
like,
know.
all right, well, since you getting it so good out in
It's
the
the world we
street,
living in right
don't
now.
come home
It's-
and think you getting
It's the
it
world we
good.
living in right now. Like, I mean, I know y'all.
Don't
probably,
come home,
I know
don't
y'all
won't be
I know
home.
y'all.
Thank
For
you.
that.
I know y'all
If
probably
I know you-
against it, but the world we living in now, a lot of people is agreeing with me.
But that's somebody also.
I'm not
That-
saying
I'm
what
just
you're
saying.
saying isn't
I'm just
your
saying.
perspective isn't accurate. I'm just saying it's not okay.
just
But
growing-
can she
All the
stand
time.
on her own?
I'm just growing with the times. Like that's the
And
time
then
that's the
single.
time we're living. That's the time we're living in right now.
So you eating
Like,
cherries and not sharing?
like it's the time we're living in right now. I think.
But my whole thing is, if he out here doing what he want to,
But you could have shared a cherry.
and you're putting up with that,
Great.
then I
Then
feel
nobody
like
can
that's
buy
your
some
problem. Or can you
Right.
stand on your own, or do you
Right.
need him to survive at that point?
Right.
Is he
But
like
I
the
always say this,
breadwinner,
though. I always
and
say
you
this, though.
can't survive without him?
I know it's simple.
That's what
I know
that's
it's
what it
simple.
really
That's
is.
what I'm saying,
That's
because
what it
more
really
than
is.
likely
the simplest-
he ain't the
You don't
breadwinner.
love yourself enough
simplest-
to be
Exactly.
like, I'll
The
struggle
I'm
simplest-
not
bust
standing
it.
for none of that.
I'll struggle bust it before I let a nigga just be out
Exactly.
here running around on me.
The simplest thing
miss?
is
But
the
that don't mean I'm about to just start
the
pussy popping on the
simplest
headstand
thing.
for every
Exactly.
nobody that's
Exactly.
Listen though. The simplest thing is the hardest thing to do, which is
Leave.
not even that. I'm just gonna
Thank you.
I'm just gonna get into this first. Like, if you feel you gonna cheat, why be in a relationship? Why go
you.
through that?
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? Why?
Because people like
That's why I say the
consistency.
simplest thing
People
is
like
the hardest
consistency.
thing to do.
But people
Like,
hate
if you
to say-
feel like you ain't confident enough, why go through that and put yourself or put each other through a toxic relationship?
We as humans don't want to be honest with ourselves sometimes and realize like monogamy
It's not for everybody.
is not for everybody.
Right.
And you can't say a man is a dog or a woman is a hoe because they like to experience sex with multiple people.
Right.
Like, since I was young, have I not, sis? Have been like, I ain't a hoe. I just like a whole lot of sex with a whole lot of different people. A whore, a hoe,
Whoa.
gets paid for what they doing. You get what I'm saying? A whore, a prostitute.
Wench.
So we've taken a wench. We've taken terms like prostitutes, whores, shorten them, whore to hoe. And then now all of a sudden, a woman who is comfortable with herself, who is sex positive, who likes to have sex, is now a hoe because she likes to have sex.
But though, okay, all right.
With different
On your
people.
point though.
And what if
But
today I'm feeling vanilla,
you
tomorrow I
but
want
I'm
dark
saying this
chocolate?
though. I'm
You know
saying
what
this though.
Like,
I'm saying
why
this though.
can't
I mean,
just
you said it.
want
But also I'm just
sex?
gonna say this.
Why can't I just like
You
sex?
saying a hoe gets paid. They getting something out of it. You just getting sex.
What's just getting sex?
Just getting sex.
Why-
They
why
getting
gotta
they
be
getting
just-
paid for it.
Okay, but let's
They
go
getting
to-
paid for it. So to me, a hoe is doing a lot better.
But why is the woman who isn't getting paid for her nut doing less? She don't need your $40. You get what I'm saying? She don't
Yeah,
need
I feel
your
you. I feel you.
$1,500. She don't
I'm
need
just
your
saying.
$2,000. What if I'm a millionaire? What if
I'm
I'm making
just saying.
seven figures?
She just want that
And
black
I just
hammer
wanna
in to
fuck.
go home, and
I
that's
feel you.
it.
I feel
Like,
you.
why does
The
that make
black
her a
hammer.
hoe?
I feel you.
All of a sudden, what?
No,
I
Jordan,
feel
that
you.
ain't no.
Because she ain't having sex
Okay.
with one person?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, but man,
That,
She
we're
might just
human.
like-
We
yeah.
are human.
That's why I said, boo.
And
This is
monogamy
the
not
world we living in
for
right now.
Everybody. So why do we have
It's-
to put labels?
She might have
on
like 7 different dudes, and they make her
people,
feel
right.
7 different type of
seven
ways.
different type of ways?
I ain't, no,
I mean,
You too old to be.
y'all
thinking
do the
like
same.
that.
Do the same thing.
What do you mean I'm too old? Young
like
girls shouldn't be thinking like that. I'm not too old to be
think
thinking
like
like
that.
that.
I don't knock anybody for their
For wanting-
lifestyle or sex
Right, that's my
preference
thing.
or
You
whatever.
just
I don't knock
cannot
anybody.
judge. I personally, I like having a boyfriend. I like the consistency of that partner.
But if you could, you would just have like you would just be just.
So that's
just
what
run
I'm
around
saying.
wilding
If you
if you
wasn't,
could.
if you was single.
No, if I was single, what do you mean?
If you were single, would you just be running around?
I don't like being single.
No, we saying if you was.
Yeah,
though.
just if you
If
was.
I didn't have a boyfriend,
Yeah, if you didn't have
I'd
a
be
boy-
getting a boyfriend.
Oh.
Like I would just be getting a boyfriend. Like I don't like being single, but I can't knock the girl who enjoys being single, enjoy living at home, going home to her bed, her way.
And it's knocking anybody down she
right,
wants to.
can fuck and be like deuces. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget your
Yeah, that one
stockings in
always.
that
I was
corner.
talking about the
Don't
woman
get.
that get and the Jordan just.
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I was just saying.
We
The
were
reason
just
why
saying,
most
like,
of them stay is because the dude is the breadwinner. She
taking
can't
care of
survive
her.
without him.
And
That's why she don't go out and give it up because she don't want to
girls
lose her
think that
lifestyle.
Girls, a lot of women in this society that is ran by men
Mm-hmm.
feel like they can't be like the man and run the streets
I don't
and have
think-
a whole bunch of sexual partners.
I don't think men should do it either. That's just,
Right.
You know.
But I'm here to
Yeah,
tell
we
the
older
woman
now. We can't-
and
we
the
can't,
man
you know what I mean?
and whoever.
Not why you got a
do
girl.
whatever you
Yeah,
want to
no,
do.
no.
And that's
That's
what
why
I was
I
saying.
said.
I was going off of his. Why even be in a relationship if you want to be single? Right? Because society has made us believe that you should be in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in that relationship, you should be monogamous. But what about all the polygamy?
And
Right.
that goes
What about
back to
people
my
who feel
point.
like
That goes back to
I
my
can
point.
be in a committed relationship with two people.
Right.
That goes back to
Men
my
think
point.
they can do it, right?
When I
Think
said
they can
this
have
on the
two
last
wives
one.
or two girlfriends. But what about the movie Savage?
I said this on the last one though. I said that's what
What?
I be saying. Like, long as you justify, like, who cares what everybody thinks? Like,
But
who
you have to
cares?
be a very
Who
strong
cares what
person with a strong
everybody
mindset
thinks?
to not
If
care
you
about
want to be in
anybody.
a relationship, be in a relationship. If you don't want to be in a relationship, but the world's telling you you should be in a relationship, it's whatever you feel.
Live and
Like
let
I
live.
said,
Love
the
and
hardest
love.
thing for people to do is the easiest thing saying. Like, far as we feel like we gotta be justified by the world. As long as you justified by yourself and your partner, that's all that matters.
But religion plays a lot into it. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't say that.
I
You
wouldn't
gotta
even
think
say the
even-
world. I would say
even-
your circle and who you're surrounded by.
you say religion
That's what I would
don't.
say.
What do you mean?
Oh man.
Religion does. Even black people who don't go to church every single day don't necessarily aren't walking around here believing that they should have two wives
Right.
or two husbands.
Right.
They
People
think it's
do it all the
wrong.
time.
People do it all the time. Look at
But
the
most of
Mormons.
the time, it's behind closed doors. It's not out for the open for everybody to see
Now you want to try
either.
to bring religion into
But now polygamy is becoming a thing. Like it's a trend.
It's a polygamy or polyamory or something like that.
Polygamy is marrying. You know what I'm saying? And then polyamorous, if you like a lot of different people.
I don't know the difference. That's why I asked.
Polygamy is like monogamy, like multi.
Right, I
people.
know
Multi
that.
people are like
But
polyamorous.
what are they
means-
calling it now? This poly?
But that's
This
for
poly
polygamy.
relationship.
Polyamorous means like I could like you and like you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like
Like a
I
dude
like
had
all
two
different. I like a
girlfriends.
lot of different things.
Could you do the poly thing,
I could do it. I could have multiple boyfriends.
but not no other?
I don't like girls enough to be trying to be in a relationship with another girl. I mean, but that's just me. Like, it's even.
So if your
even with
boyfriend said
sex,
you can have
like, I
other
could
boyfriends?
You said what?
If your boyfriend said it could be other boys in there,
But it's not like it's not when you're doing it like that. It's not necessarily like it's just like with a man with multiple wives and multiple girlfriends, and they have their schedule of when the woman is sleeping in
ooh,
the
that'd
bed.
be ill.
and-
That'd be
but
ill
it's
if you just
more-
had
That would get
if you
boring.
just
It's
had
more
multiple
adult
husbands.
incomes in the
That'd be
house.
ill.
It's
I would
more
love it.
adults
Have
around to
multiple
take care of the
husbands.
kids.
Should change the game.
That'd change
You know
the
what I
game.
I would
but-
love it.
What?
Yeah.
I would
Having
love
multiple
to have-
husbands?
Oh my
Baby.
God.
Jordan,
I don't like you today. Get out my face. Yeah, you can marry. Yeah.
I would love it. I think it could be beautiful.
Women always trying to steal something.
Having
from somebody.
multiple husbands.
What
Men,
you mean
that's-
still? Y'all
that's men.
don't own
That's
anything. We
men
can
that
do what we
that.
want to.
I just don't like
It's men
girls
that do
enough
that.
to try to be in a relationship with a girl. You know what I mean? Like I just don't like I got my friends, I got my circle, but I don't knock lesbians. I just don't like girls enough to
don't
like
don't get us shut down.
a
You
girl.
can't say that.
It's just not your thing.
It's not
You
my
can't
thing.
know.
You
You
know
gotta-
what I'm saying?
you
There's
can't
certain
say that.
things that I can do with girls, but but at the end of the
Like
day,
what?
I couldn't
But
be
don't
in a
knock 'em.
relationship with a girl.
Like what can you do with girls?
I mean, like if we were like sexually. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Don't get quiet now.
I could get down with a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have fun with a girl. I'm attracted.
But you can't be.
But I couldn't be with a girl.
You
Like,
ain't allowed
I
to
could,
say
that
that for
couldn't
real.
be my.
You ain't allowed to say that.
You with a girl,
Nowadays.
and then like y'all just do y'all thing sexually, and then all of a sudden just paint each other's toenails and shit.
I mean, because I just feel like sometimes things are things. You know what I'm saying? Like moments are moments, and they can be fleeting. But I couldn't be like. And I can't say never said never because I once never thought I could never be with a white man.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying, me as a woman, I like the masculinity that a man gives.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So I just couldn't see myself being in a intimate one-on-one relationship with a girl. And then if my man had 2 girlfriends, nah.
It's not. No.
But me, I could have multiple boyfriends or husbands because I know that I'm fair and just. You know what I mean?
And
I
you
know.
feel that way too?
I wouldn't.
If I
treat
had
one
multiple
before I
boyfriends,
loved
I'd be
them
very
together.
selfish.
I'd be-
I'm not gonna hold you. Like I would care about the emotions and stuff, but me being Aaliyah, I'll be like, okay, this is your day. No, you get on my nerves. You come here.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, like, I just know, like, when I watched that movie Savage.
Oh, with the
You remember, and then they ended up, but it was a bad falling out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because the men get in their feelings.
That one started getting some money though, didn't he? I think it was. I seen that a long time ago.
I mean, they just started kind of doing their own thing. But I'm just like, I feel like that could be. It could work just like a man with 2 women work. I just think it just depends on the person, whether man or woman. It depends on the person. How mature are you?
But you would need
to
like
be in this relationship and to be able to know your boundaries and not cross them.
I think you would need a man that's really masculine and a man that's not as masculine. Because you can't have a whole bunch of testosterone in the house.
Right,
that would be too much. Like,
but people gotta have their own lives and their own business about themselves too. Like, you can't have one person just sitting at home with nothing to do, with having all these thoughts.
We were all 3
He
work.
the nanny.
And
If that's or he or she gonna be the damn
then,
nanny.
But then that person will start to feel some type of way, like y'all always out, y'all always gone, and y'all just leave me here with the kids all the time. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody would have to be evenly yoked. You know what I mean? Like, there would just have to be rules in place and boundaries in place. But it works for people because that's more people to take care of kids. That's more money brought into the household.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it works.
You don't get bored
for
with the
people.
same person.
It works with people. And like, for people who don't want to be bothered every single night, like, I want to be held and cuddled every single night. So I could never be the third party that has to be on the outside while the other 2. I could never do that. That's just me personally, though.
I want my person.
But yeah, like, you want your one person.
Yeah.
So you went from will you do the monogamy thing, then the one person? What is it?
I prefer one
You know what?
person, but I'm saying I could do.
I can't do it. I can't deal.
You know what? Fuck you in this
Don't go on the
grill.
grill again. Don't do it again. Don't cook the fake. Don't do it. Don't put
I
your
can't
head in
deal.
there,
Then you
man.
got your homegirl with you. Y'all trying to.
I'm
Y'all
just
don't-
saying.
Women
see
don't
how
know
it
what they
works.
want. For real. They want
I
masculine
know
man,
what
not
I
masculine man.
want.
They want
As a
monogamy.
Libra,
They don't want monogamy.
as a
I'm just
Libra,
saying what would
I'm
work.
as a Libra.
That's the thing
it
with women.
feels- I
Men,
like
we
things
just
to
go with the
be-
flow.
Y'all do not go with the flow, boo.
Go with
you
the flow.
definitely do not go with the
Right.
flow.
Go with the
Stop.
flow, baby.
I don't even know why you just said that.
He's got- but
No, sir.
I'm an Aries.
You have to be
though.
in
It's
charge
there. I'm an Aries.
at all
I'm
times.
an Aries. That's why though.
Crazy,
I'm an Aries.
deranged.
That's why. I'm an Aries, so it's what I'm saying. I want what I want, but I normally be the one doing though to get what I want. I'm not gonna just have you go out there and cut the grass. I'm gonna come out there and help you cut the grass, but I'm gonna tell you need to be out here cutting the grass this certain way. But I'm out there with you cutting the grass.
But why would she be out cutting the grass, period?
Cause I said so.
Right,
I'm an
why
Aries.
That's I'm like, why would she be out cutting the grass, period? That's your
I'm not saying
job.
her. I'm just saying people. Period.
Hey, for further notice, people, if we don't see Boo for a long time,
Okay.
yeah, his old lady whooped his ass.
Okay.
She specifically told me when we came back with season 3. She said, "Daddy Fat Snacks, pop your shit."
Please.
Okay.
She told me.
Okay.
So I'm free range. I can say whatever I want to say on here.
Mm-hmm.
He
Not
over
whatever
here with
you
his
want to
fingers
say.
crossed behind his back.
Okay.
I can say whatever I want to.
Word.
What else we got, y'all? Because we done.
I feel like we went completely
Ooh.
left. I just wanted to chime in on the
sweet
original topic of the girl popping off in the video.
Ooh.
My whole thing was, once she get her nails done or something like that,
Yeah.
why you at the nail shop getting your nails done and you can't feed your kids? Your kids have not eaten. She be bringing lunch all day, all week.
Right.
Why you at the nail shop getting your nails done? Come on, I'm about to expose you. Expose what? He been feeding you all week.
Right.
What you popping off for? Then you throw the drink.
Right.
Why you know you thirsty? Why you throw the drink?
Wasting
for?
more resources. And
Why you
energy.
do that? I gotta
That's what made me
understand
believe
it.
it probably wasn't real.
Or she just super bitter and
Well,
toxic.
I mean, it's not real, but like I said, and me and
But the
Shantae
topic
said,
is very real.
those situations
Yeah, that's a
happen.
real
We see
topic.
all
them
the
every day.
time. All the
We see them
time.
every day, especially in inner cities. You know what I'm saying? I don't think in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying? They probably having that situation going.
They going
on.
Oh, they
You know
have
what I'm
them.
saying?
They have them.
They definitely
You
do.
know,
They behind
it
closed
might be.
doors.
Oh,
They
you
have them.
bought your son a PlayStation 5 and you didn't buy the other ones none. You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? We talking about a damn McDonald's
Damn,
meal, man.
right.
We are talking
I
about
don't know.
McDonald's meal.
McDonald's can get kind of serious in my house too, but
You shouldn't have your kids. A lot of people saying, why is kids even eating that? And I started thinking about Jay Lee. I'm like, damn, all her kids, they love McDonald's.
I love it
And she feed it to
myself.
them. She feed it to them. They are the JP
But
drinking
everybody
coffee.
if it's quick, he don't drink no coffee. Shut the fuck
Coffee.
up. But it's a quick, easy. You know what I'm saying? Quick, easy. Little
I went
meal.
over there.
I
I went
got
over bring me a coffee.
And I say this,
coffee.
but I don't know. Even if it's about fast food or not fast food, and when it comes to purchasing things, nobody is obligated to do anything.
If it's not your kid, you're
You know
not
what I'm
obligated to do
saying?
anything.
Even if it is your kid. Even if it is your kid.
Whoa.
We want, no, for real, we want
I don't-
parents to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we want them to, but at the end of the day, you see it all day, every day.
Yeah.
Parents not take care of their kids. Parents not do for their kids. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Like,
You're right.
so, if you gonna get mad about a McDonald's meal, it's so many more serious things to get upset about than a McDonald's meal.
Right.
Now, do I think it's wrong to make other kids feel bad? Yes.
Yeah, that's why I said like you
So
can
maybe,
at least,
you know what I mean? Like, my mom
you
always
can at
told me,
least
you don't
like
eat
if
in
you're
front
gonna
of
do
other
that,
people.
like take your
If your
like call
friends
your
don't got something, you don't, you know
communication.
what I'm saying? You either wait until you get home.
Right.
Or you share
Or
it.
share.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do not eat in front of other
But
people.
he thought it was cool because he probably had been doing it all week long. Now all of
Right,
a sudden you
that's
want
what
to
I'm-
expose him,
Right. So I'm like, is there different, you know,
Learn daily.
rules or morals people might have in their household?
and you'll get your
Yeah.
stamps to what, the
But for this to
11th
be
she
a whole
said.
uproar, a whole viral uproar, when we got women getting their rights taken away, men doing unnecessary time in prison, and we really arguing about McDonald's. Nobody's
politics.
obligated, right? Nobody's obligated to do anything. This is fucking America. Unfortunately, this is the country you
Exactly.
live in. Trump was the president. Nobody has to do anything they don't want to fucking do.
Period.
So at the end of the day, if you can't take care of your kids, if you can't provide for them what the baby daddy or baby mama is providing for them, whether it
Keep
be
your mouth
mansions or
closed.
McDonald's,
Keep your mouth closed.
then you shut up.
Period.
Period.
Your opinion is null and
Because
void.
for me and mine, if I have multiple baby daddies and one was doing for the other kids and I was going to get in my feelings because my other kids, I'm going to make sure my other kids have it.
Right.
Period. Or I'm going to just shut up. Period. Like, what else can you do?
I'm just gonna
It's
say
It's a chicken nugget, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
I'm just saying, like, as I don't have any kids, but I have dated people with kids, and I have always done for their kids. And my whole thing is, if I'm the woman that's helping take care of your
Nice.
kids
You a nice woman.
and taking them out to eat and showing that I care and love them, don't make my life hard. Don't disrespect me. Don't talk outside your neck to me. Don't do anything because I'm not doing anything to your kids for you to disrespect me. That's my whole thing. I don't have to be your best friend. We don't even have to talk, but you're gonna respect me.
Right.
And if I feel disrespected, then we're gonna have a serious problem.
But I think what she said about meeting the person, I think people need to meet you.
Yeah, you- like, people
Majority
need to
you, 'cause
meet.
You like you too nice sometimes. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you're right. But I'm just saying, like, at the beginning.
I wish you was my stepmama. Cause you just be doing
I mean, I love kids. My whole thing is if I love their dad, I shower the same kind of love on the kid. That's how it's supposed to be. And me, I would want them to feel comfortable knowing their kid is in the best care possible. I want to have a conversation with you to establish that rapport to know that your kid is good.
Right.
All I'm just asking for you to respect me. You don't gotta talk to me, no nothing. But don't pop off of me and what is she, blah, blah, blah.
Is this a situation that happened to you?
Yes, it's happened to me personally.
What? Was you scared?
No, scared of what?
I know you a lover. You ain't no fighter.
I
so
just don't do the disrespect. Like,
I'm trying
don't
to make sure you
disrespect
ain't-
me.
I'm just trying to make sure you safe, my nigga.
I'm good. I'm always
all.
gonna be good for them.
Shantae keep a blade on her.
I'm just saying.
Just Mace on her, Keisha.
I'm just saying, don't make it harder for the other person that's actually loving on your
That's
kid.
doing
Don't
right.
do that. Like, don't make my life.
And just how about don't be no bitter baby mom.
And don't
Or
be a bitter baby mom.
Yeah, 'cause
Exactly.
It ain't cute. It
On
looks
another
real
note,
corny.
will you fight if you have to though?
What?
I know
Where did
this.
that
I know
come
this. Going,
from?
you know, just stuff pop up in my head. Just if somebody just walked up and just put their finger on your head and said, "You know what?
Touch your
What you gonna do? Because you so nice. That's why I'm asking.
She
But I
Check
also have
across
another
the
side where I
country.
get pissed
Oh,
off
okay.
too.
I
But
didn't know. I
I
was
still
wondering.
am gonna be like, am I gonna catch a case off of this? 'Cause I'm not catching no case off of nobody.
Right.
I got businesses. I got, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna jeopardize my livelihood for anybody.
Lighting the bugs on the cookout.
Lightning bugs are back. I swear to God, the government is listening, y'all. The government is listening.
If you touch me, y'all, it's
because
gonna be a serious
I have been
problem.
complaining about lack of lightning bugs.
Where did that
Lightning
come from?
bugs.
I just wanted to. That's
So
just
what I
you know.
thought.
Voo just being Voo.
That Jackson just
ADHD.
pop up.
But I've been talking about lack of lightning bugs for a little minute now. Because remember we were younger catching lightning bugs. I remember like a year or two ago ordering shit off Amazon so we could go get lightning bugs.
to wrap it up. So here, just you take
And shut the fuck up. And I couldn't find none. I could not find any. And I've been just being very vocal
No,
about
they out.
how
The lightning bugs is
are gone.
outside. They are
is
outside.
back. They are back.
Lightning bugs are back. Before we get out of here, I want to make sure I shout out the folks over at gtvcable.com. If you tired of Spectrum and satellite busting you over the top of your head, raping your pockets, get over to the good folks at GTV Cable. I was watching a pay-per-view boxing match. Chucky was watching HBO. Jordan was watching cartoons with the kids. You can watch everything you want on there. No commercials. Everything. It's gtvcable.com. Use the code The Cookout for special offers. That's DACOOKOUT. Anybody want to say anything else?
Don't be bitter.
Don't be bitter.
Take care of
and-
your kids.
Be better,
and
not
buy
bitter.
them all McDonald's.
Thank you. Be better, not bitter.
I'm your host, Vuskeen, a.k.a. Fatback Jackson, with my co-host.
Jordan Lee, if it is just me,
And this is the Cookout Podcast.
the world's most secure podcast.
Thank you, Chucky Russell and Shantae.
Bye,
Bow,
y'all.
bow, bow.
Ow.